Attorneys flew in from around the country to tour the Blakely plant today. They were allowed to take cameras inside to gather evidence for their cases. We were the only local news media here today to be given a copy of the videotape. And as one attorney tells us, it's all the proof he needs. The first thing attorney Ron Simon noticed was that someone had been cleaning.
The roof had been sprayed off, the floor had been partially swept, and all of the bait traps had been changed with new bait paper.
But Simon says the minor effort did little to conceal the major signs of contamination and infestation throughout the plant.
We found evidence of roaches, rats, mice, beetles. We even found, in one instance, broken wire in the peanut paste.
Simon, who represents over 100 salmonella victims,
I was sicker than I ever been in my whole life,
including 78-year-old George and Claude Ivester, and the families of 2 people who died, says the conditions he found today were not created after the plant shut down in January.
What we saw was huge amounts of residue buildup all over the plant. That's not something that happened overnight. It's been there for years. This is a plant that had over 150 rodent traps all throughout the plant. You don't use that many rodent traps unless you have a rodent problem.
The contamination here in Blakely is not...
Simon gave commentary throughout the video tour, pointing out beetles crawling through old peanut paste, a bird's nest inside the plant, areas of standing water and old water stains. On the roof, a leaky skylight repaired by a sheet of plastic and some cinder blocks, and opening after opening filled with a cruddy combination of peanut residue and feces.
There were places on the roof near the intake ports that had holes big enough that 2 people could crawl through them at the same time.
Simon says he found gaping holes throughout the plant, explaining the video to us in our satellite truck.
The critical thing about this plant is that there was nothing to impede animals and birds from getting in there. Nothing. A bird or a rat or a raccoon could find one of 100 places to crawl in.
The most bizarre part of the plant was revealed at the end, inside owner Stuart Parnell's office, his bathroom, with an enormous soaking tub, an indulgence grossly out of place considering the surroundings. It has been 8 months since the outbreak first began. It's been 2.5 months since Stuart Parnell appeared before Congress. He has yet to face a single charge. In Blakely, Jay Watson, 11 Alive News.